Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey you guys, welcome back to my channel. I am trying so hard to get back on track. I work a lot, but divine timing, alignment, all those things. But yeah, so I was really contemplating not doing these last 3 videos, but I said, you know what, I cannot do y'all like that. There's still a little bit of time left in this lunar cycle, so let's just do it anyway. So this reading that I'll do will be covering the month of June through the beginning of July. And it is the Gemini lunar cycle. This video is for my fellow water sisters and brothers, the Pisces, Pisces sun, Pisces moon, and Pisces rising. Before I get started, this is a general reading, so if you feel like what I'm saying isn't resonating with you, go on and check out your moon and or rising sign, which I do have linked down below, okay? This is the typical 4-card spread, looking at the energy that you've been dealing with over this past month, or that'll be coming in for you in this next week or so. Any crossing energies or obstacles. Because we're talking about Gemini energy, being that air, looking at where you need to let life lead you, or where life has been leading you in this past month. And then also, as always, an additional quick little soul message, something extra for you to take away with you from the spread, okay? 1 second, y'all, I need some water. Or maybe I need some chapstick. I'm not sure. I need some moisture. That's what I need. But, okay, let's go on and get started. The first card that we have coming up for you, Pisces, is in the position of the energy popping up for you, or the energy that you need to be tapping into, or that you have been tapping into, and you've got Earth here, which I want to talk a little bit about the numerology first. Is the number 11. If you know anything about numerology, you know 11 is a master number. It carries a very highly spiritual vibration. This card and 11 resonates with the energy of the master healer. This card popping up in this position with this 11 master number energy does tell me that this Gemini lunar cycle may have been a little intense for you, Pisces, or this next week might be a little intense for you, Pisces. 11 has that polarity, also the duality, and it comes with that element of figuring out what needs to be healed and doing the work to do so, going through the motions, right? But this is also Earth. So Earth resonates with tangible things first and foremost, and it also resonates with stability and feeling grounded. So the energy popping up for you over this past month or in the next week, Pisces, has a lot to do with you planting your feet firmly. I think the message for you is to become a little bit more grounded. You are water, so you naturally kind of just go with the flow and be all over the place. You are the little 2 fishies with the tails tied together. We are in a Gemini lunar cycle. Gemini is, I consider, like your air counterpart. You know what I mean? So Gemini energy on top of your energy mixed together, listen to that, Gemini and Pisces. What does that sound like? A whole bunch of what is going on. You know what I mean? And not in a bad way, but with this Earth card being here, I do feel like whatever's popping up for you, whatever has been popping up for you over the past couple of weeks, has a lot to do with things that you need to see or acknowledge and figure out how to work through. At the same time, I get a little bit of a message of like, bring yourself back down to earth. I did say, like, you need to ground yourself a little bit more. Pisces, I feel like this air is really, the Gemini energy is really, really, giving you a lot of influence. I feel like some of you have been kind of all over the place, or as I was saying back in your lunar cycle, been feeling a little lost in the sauce, but with the Gemini influence on top of it, and Gemini and air resonating with, that intellectual energy, that that on top of being lost in the sauce is kind of like, well, I'm lost in the sauce and I don't know what's going on and I don't know how to bring it all back together. You got to start somewhere. And when I tell people, a lot of my clients, when they're trying to figure things out, I'm like, you can't do all things at once. You can't work through everything at once. You pick one thing, pinpoint it, figure it out, start working through that. You don't have to completely finish that before you move on to the next, but you need to have a grip on what it is that's going on here before you even start thinking about the next thing. So Pisces, start to compartmentalize all the shit that you got going on and start working through things one at a time, and that's going to help bring you back down to earth. That's going to help stabilize you and help ground you, okay? All right, I need some more water. All right. The next card that you guys have coming up in your spread is in the position of challenges and obstacles popping up for you. And you've got Ogun Balindio. Ogun Balindio. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I hope I am. This is a 5 card. So it's one of my all shit cards. You guys know I don't like those cards, but I keep it very real in my readings. I feel like being honest. I feel like honesty is the best policy. Trying to sugarcoat things and like going around the message could actually lead you guys down a path that you don't want to go on. So this is a 5 card. This is the Congo 5 card. So this is the 5 of water, the 5 of cups. This is actually, I don't know if this one or the 5 of pentacles is my least favorite, but being the little Cancer water sign that I am, this card hits hard. So in this deck, this card carries the energy of a lot of worry, a lot of grief, a lot of sadness, turning into physical illness. I can attest to, like, I can tell you guys from experience, stress and anxiety can very much so physically manifest and turn into health problems. You never want to be dealing with that. And that's not to say, don't fall into these headspaces, because it's easier said than done. But at the same time, this is a crossing energy. And if you guys watch my channel, you know that I talk about turning these energies into upright, supporting energies. This is just a card that you just really don't want to resonate with this energy at all. So in this instance, turning this upright is releasing yourself of this energy. And I did mention that slightly with this Earth card, talking about needing to work through things to get yourself back down to earth, right? This card carries a very heavy energy, and you're trying to come into a very grounded energy, right? Whew. So Pisces, for you guys, whatever is weighing heavy on your heart, it is very important for you guys to really, I was just talking about compartmentalizing things, for you to really start working through things. And I think the things you need to work through have a lot to do with your emotions, have a lot to do with the baggage that you carry around. And when it comes to baggage, like I just said, it's easier said than done. But Pisces, especially being water, especially being as spiritual as you are and as intuitive as you are, when you carry those things around on your heart, for you guys, it can be a lot more intense, and it can have a greater negative effect on you. So please, Pisces, whatever you got to do to start working through those things to bring yourself out of that space where you're worrisome and you're sad and you're angry, or you just feel heavy or down or dense. If if you got insurance, go schedule you an appointment, talk to a counselor, talk to a therapist. If you don't have insurance, there are resources. If you are feeling down, I do in all of my videos, and I don't know if y'all really read my descriptions, but I have a link to a website that can help you with those feelings of depression. One of my causes that I hold very dear is suicide prevention. So Pisces, if you're feeling heavy, if you're feeling like that, one, understand that people care. I'm here doing this reading. This is general, but to whoever is reading this and whoever is listening to this, and whoever this reading is resonating with, Pisces, you are loved. I may not know you, but you don't have to buy a reading for me to slide into my inbox. You can just come in and say, hey, can you talk to me? I will talk to you. I move a little slow, so give me a little bit of time, but there are people that care. There are resources for you. Working through this heaviness is very important for you, Pisces. I'm talking about bringing you back down to earth, but I'm talking about also releasing that energy and that heaviness from your heart, okay? Again, this is a general reading. But I feel like somebody needed to hear that, and I hope if you did, you take what I said seriously. You very much so can reach out to me. I will respond, and I will try and help you with however I can. Okay. Moving on. That's your crossing energy. Moving on into the space of where do you need to let life lead you, which is so interesting. You've got the possession card. And this is a card of transmutation. So I was just talking about all this dense and heavy energy. And then you come into, you need to let life lead you into working through it. What I have from experience started to realize is right before you go through just a very positive, energetic shift through some sort of, physical ascension here in this earth during this lifetime, you typically hit rock bottom. This is a rock bottom card, and this is rock bottom turning into the physical. You have got to let life lead you into these spaces to be able to work through this, not to be consumed by it, but to be able to work through the energies or whatever these energies are, whatever these obstacles are for you, Pisces. It is time for you to stop fighting it. Do not be resistant to your change, because it is time for you to change, and it's time for you to change because you're carrying around so much, Pisces. You got to get rid of that. And instead of just getting rid of it and shedding it, it's best to transmute. One of my best friends, my old roommate, Natasha, she put me on to, and I'm forgetting what they're called, like light meditations. What are they called? God damn it, I cannot think of what they're called. Anyways, it's like, the light rays. Purple light ray, transmutation, transmutes energy. And I think it's Archangel Metatron that is associated with that light ray. There's also a book. I met this guy in Starbucks. I don't even remember how we ended up talking, but he put me onto this book about the light rays. If I can remember, I'm gonna put all the information in the description box for you. Let life take you into these places. Some of these spots may seem a little heavy. They may seem a little dark, Pisces, but right now you kind of got to step in, like at least put your toes in it so you can understand what it is that needs to be released, what needs to be worked through, what you don't need to carry around anymore. Okay, Pisces, this one is very important for you, and I think that's why, this being your sister air sign, I think that's why this one is so intense for you. It's because there's a lot of things that you need to figure out in your mental, and your mental is what's causing you to worry and feel this grief and carry around this heaviness. And once you clear that up, you'll be in this new space of, coming into the true you, coming into the best version of you. Your highest good, higher self. Okay, last card that you have coming up, Pisces, is in the position of your soul message. And you've got Jade. This is a green card, which also resonates with the earth. So for you, Pisces, it's all, and the green also I associate with like rejuvenation and abundance and positive energy. So for you, Pisces, your soul message is pull happiness from wherever you can. See the light in whatever you can. Whatever situations are weighing you down, try to find a positive. This is a little exercise I do for myself, and I tell a lot of my clients is anytime you think a negative, combat it with two positives. So it's something as simple as, I don't want to go to work today. Well, they got good restaurants where I work. Oh, my homegirl told me she had a funny story, so I'm going to hear it at work today. Some stupid, well, I don't want to say stupid, but like reasons that don't really have a lot of meaning, but they combat that negative energy that you were feeling surrounding certain things. So, also, with this card, the message is to take action, and the card resonates with the number 30. It is the number 32, which resonates with the energy of 5, which you have here, but this is 5 in regards to turning everything around, working through the things that you need to in order for there to be new growth, new positive growth. There's a sun right there on this card, right? You've got all these little lush green trees and all these like tall tree trunks. Pisces, you can get to that point. And I mean, being water, it's tough when you got to work through tough shit because it weighs on us a little bit heavier. But, Pisces, you will get through it. And if you feel like you can't, there are people that will walk that path with you, or at least hold your hand or walk behind you. So, yeah. keep that in mind. This is your reading. I hope that this resonated with some of you, and I hope that the messages that I gave you, encourage you to get help if you need it. If you feel like you need a little bit more or you need your own personal reading, feel free to book one with me. Got all my info linked down below. And check out the Gemini Lunar Cycle video, even though we've got like a week left. And we've also got, never mind. Don't watch the spring videos because we're in the summertime now. But you can watch the spring videos if you want to for reflection. And that is it. I am rambling at this point. Thank you guys for watching. I will see y'all next time.